Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Kristen White, clinical psychologist and mom of three, and this is the Mom Degree, where we provide support and tools to help women feel less crazy and be more effective in their role as moms. So, as you guys know, if you've been watching, we're in a series right now talking about self-care. How do we take care of ourselves? Last week we talked about what it is, why is it so important, how do we do it? Basically, this is anything we do to take care of ourselves. And the reason we do it is because we have to. We're done, remember, with the, oh, I don't have time. It's so hard. I know it's hard as a mom, but you have little people depending on you. So we, more than anybody, have to do it. Okay. When I was a student before I had kids, I could like push all semester long and then crash at the end, right? I could just totally crash out and like sleep for a week, be sick, be whatever. We don't have that option as moms, guys. Our kids don't stop at the end of the semester. In fact, we get them more, right, when they're out of school. So we have to do this. We have to. We have to figure out a way. I know it's hard, but it's essential as moms. So last week we talked about one specific type of self-care, which was gratitude, and one way to do it, which is by breaking it down into small chunks. All right. So today I'm going to give you one more area and one more tip. So our area, you guys are going to hate me. We're going to get back to the basics. We're going to talk about sleeping, eating decent food, and exercising. I know some of you want to like turn off the video right now, but please don't. Hear me out. These are short. Hear me out, okay? I know you guys know this stuff, but do you do it? Do you? Because I don't know about you, it's so easy to say like, yeah, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to sleep. Oh wait, as soon as the kids are all taken care of, the house is clean, the laundry's folded, the blah, 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 we never get to it, right? Or maybe this is just me, but like eating just because it's like a small pleasure I can enjoy even while I'm taking care of kids, or God willing, when they finally go to sleep at night, right? Then I can like have a bowl of ice cream and celebrate and have a little pleasure in my time to myself. These are some of, ironically, the most basic needs we have, our bodies. If our bodies aren't functioning, we can't do anything. And yet they're some of the easiest to sacrifice and sabotage as moms. So I know this is not about guilt. It is not about shame. It's not about more things you should be doing. We're going to talk about why they're important, but also how to make this doable. But I get it. I get that these are hard, and yet we cannot just give up on these basics. That's where I want to start. Does it really matter, right? Is this just like some generation before that had these ideas and, we can really live without them? Unfortunately, no. So let's talk real briefly about a little bit of research about these areas. So I got a whole list here to make sure I don't miss anything. So sleep. Sleep deprivation is associated with poor decision making and poor problem solving. I'm going to go with, as moms, we need to be able to make good decisions and problem solve, not just for ourselves, but for all these other people depending on us and our entire family. We need those skills. Sleep deprivation is associated with weight gain. I'm going to guess that none of us want to gain weight because weight and body aren't an issue at all for moms. So yeah. Sleep deprivation is associated with decreased coordination and motor issues. I trip and fall more, which could be actually a problem with kids, but is also annoying when I'm tired. Premature aging. Sleep deprivation, guys, it just makes us more grumpy and irritable. And I don't know about you, I have enough reasons to be grumpy and irritable. I'm already fighting that. I don't want to be that way with my kids. And I know this one, man, this is me. When I am sleep deprived, I am not a nice person. I've said this before. And that right there is the top reason that I need to sleep, because otherwise I can't be the kind and loving and patient mom I want to be with my kids, or the spouse I want to be with my partner, or anything, because I'm just grumpy. I just want to go back to sleep, right? So it's huge, you guys. Also, sleep deprivation puts us at risk for all kinds of health issues. Everything from mental health issues like anxiety and depression to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, premature aging. Did I already say that? Stroke, even psychosis. Did you know that if people are sleep deprived enough, they actually start hallucinating? Seriously, no, I mean, that's like you keep them up for night after night after night. It's very extreme sleep deprivation, but seriously. And by the way, also, sleep deprivation, anything you struggle with, if you already struggle with anxiety, if you already struggle with depression, if you already struggle with self control, whatever it is, it'll be worse when you're sleep deprived because you don't have the capacity to make good decisions and control your impulses. So this is huge. And by the way, most adults need 7 to 9 hours a night. So if you're getting 5 to 6, you're chronically sleep deprived. I am. I'm like right here with you guys, and I'm doing the best I can. I feel like I haven't slept in 4 years since I had kids. I know that this isn't going to be perfect. We're moms. We're not going to get 7 to 9 hours every night. But we can't just sacrifice this either and say, screw it, say lovey. We have to work on it and try to do the best we can so we don't have these issues. Okay, I got to start going faster. Exercise. Let's do exercise next. Who cares? Does it really matter? I don't want to be a health nut. I've made peace with my body. Does it matter? Yeah. Unfortunately, exercise is actually not just for our body. It does have good effects on our body, but research shows that exercise actually helps our mental and cognitive health as well. Exercise decreases stress. I'm going to guess you guys have some of that. It decreases anxiety and depression. Exercise also helps clear our minds, helps us to focus and think more clearly. Good news, by the way. I mean, maybe it's bad news. Exercise really matters. I don't know. The good news is this is not about like extreme, aerobic, long, intense, even like stretching can have some of these benefits. So that's one thing we're going to talk about here is we can be in the gray. This doesn't mean you need to go out and like run a marathon, guys. We just need to do something with our bodies. And by the way, research shows a lot of the same benefits for kids, so we can involve them. Okay. So much we could say about that. We'll come back to it. Clearly it matters though. Eating. This one's a little more complicated. I would like eventually to do a whole series on weight and eating. But let me just say for now, yes, what we eat matters. And it's not just a weight thing. Our weight matters, but also it's how it impacts our cholesterol and bigger issues like that. And it's also, I mean, you guys know, if you eat just like sugar and like white bread all day, I mean, you might like feel good in the moment, but your energy is going to go on this crazy roller coaster. You're going to be grumpy when you don't have it, right? You guys know that what you put in your body impacts your energy level, your mood, all kinds of things, right? And yeah, seriously, I just want to talk about that for like an hour, but we'll save that for another series. But I think you guys already know, if you stop and think about it, that yes, what you put in your body, what you eat impacts so many factors, your energy, your mood, your outlook, all kinds of stuff. So all that to say, these things are huge. These things that we take for granted, we sacrifice or sabotage. They are not just a body thing. Guys, we are holistic people. The way we care for our bodies impacts our minds. It impacts our mental health. It impacts our aging and on bigger aspects of our physical health, right? So in other words, we have to be doing our best to sleep, exercise, and eat healthy in order to be healthy people today, mentally, emotionally, physically, and to stick around and be healthy in the long run. I mean, this is like basic self-care. If our bodies don't work, God made us embodied beings, you guys. If our bodies don't work, you can take care of yourself in a million other ways, and there's still going to be this huge issue. So this stuff really matters. How do we do it though? Oh my gosh, I know how hard it is. I've already said all of this is hard, and these are such easy areas to sacrifice because we're just used to living that way, because sometimes we don't really want to do it. Some of you are exercise freaks. God bless you. Give me some of that. Some of you hate the idea of exercising, and so yeah, you're going to sabotage that area of self-care, but we can't. We have to really actually think about these things. How do we do it? First of all, small chunks, just like we talked about last week. We live in the gray. We don't start with a marathon, right? We start with going on a 20-minute or a 10-minute walk around the block with our kids, right? I think I've said before, have I said this on here? I have a 7-minute workout app. I like to run no, I don't like to run. I like how I feel after I run. So I do that when I have time, without the kids, obviously. But the days I don't, I do a 7-minute workout app. Seriously, I pick a good time when the kids are in a good mood, and then I put it on, and sometimes they're still gonna like ask for something. They can wait. Sometimes they're going to try to crawl on me. We set clear rules around that, and they actually love it. The big kids get so excited. They're like trying to do jumping jacks with me. They get their little stools out to do step ups. They love it, ironically. So we live in the gray. We don't just wait for the black or white. Oh, it has to be this or we can't do it, right? No, you can't sleep 9 hours every night, but you still leave the laundry and go to bed and do it tomorrow. We live in the gray, small chunks. And here's your other new tip. I know I got to wrap up. Daily practices. This applies to all of self care. We figure out what we want to do and we break it down into small, realistic daily practices. Okay, so if it's exercise, again, it's not something huge, it's not something you're going to do next week. You figure out maybe you just do 10 minutes of stretching in the morning or at night when the kids are going to bed. If you want to work on eating healthier, again, small chunks. Also, keep it simple. Do one thing at a time. One thing I did one time was just, I need to drink more water. So I actually went out. Look, I have it with me. I bought, well, this is like my fourth one because my kids keep dropping them. But I bought a big tumbler and I drink 4 of those a day. That was my goal for like 2 weeks. Just pick one thing, make it a daily practice, make it very specific. What is it that you're going to do? Not just like, I want to eat healthier. I don't know what that means. You need to know what it is so you know, have you been successful? Can you check it off your list and say you've done it? It should be daily. It should be small. It should be realistic. Our goal here is to set ourselves up for success, not failure. Okay. So your mom challenge this week is to pick one thing out of exercise, sleeping, or eating healthy. Pick one area and then one specific goal. Break it down. Again, if it's eating healthier, what does that mean? Maybe it's just you drink more water. Or you try to eat less carbs. By the way, replace them with something. Don't just cut things out. You go for a walk around the block with your kids. Sleep, you just try to get to bed a half an hour earlier, right? Realistic, small, daily practices. So I want you guys to pick one, post in the comments what it is and how it goes. And if you need more tips or you have questions, and consider this an experiment. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, pick something else and try it. But try it for a week and let us know how it goes. Post your comments, post your questions, subscribe on YouTube if you want to watch more of these. And I think that's it. Many blessings and much love. Until next time on the Mom Degree. Thanks, guys.